Right, so here we have all those pieces that are inside here masked as well as the other ones. So what I want to do now is I want to select them and change the color to darker gray. I'm gonna fill the layer with it. Probably this is not the color I wanted to, so I'm gonna fill it like this. And the reason why it looks like this is because it's under the color correction and the brightness and contrast, so just move it on top of anything. And now I want to try the different molds, but probably the first thing I want to do is make one that's color, just to make it gray, the interior piece, and then I'm just going to duplicate this one and make it on multiply and start to lower the opacity of this. So probably to look like this a little bit. And since it's not perfect everywhere, what I can do to quickly cheat this is I can go to filters, blur, and make a little bit of gas and blur. Just a little bit, but to add the effect that we need. So right now I have this kind of a grayer inner piece. I have those outsider edges. And the next thing I want to do is I'll go to color, so I have a larger layers section and select all those 3 layers that we did and just duplicate them and move them on top of anything. And quickly I'm gonna change them to normal and increase the values of those, so I all know with what I'm working with. So those are the first 3 we have, the fake, this one and this one. So probably no, I don't need the wireframe. I need the highlights from this piece and this one as well. So first we're gonna use this one. I'm gonna drag it on top of anything, and actually let's duplicate this piece and set it to multiply from the other one. And now I can go and adjust the brightness and contrast of this. Add a lot of brightness to it. Now where I have the core of this piece, I can lower this a little bit down. Still have the interior of it just a little bit lighter for the moment. And the next thing that's very important, I can go on it and click bevel, or actually inner shadow. So this way it's going to create this kind of a turn on distance and increase a little bit the size of this, so it will inner shadow the whole piece. And probably increase the value of this a little bit, like that. That's kind of okay. So I'm gonna out zoom and take a look what I have. So this kind of effect probably should be more like multiply, but with very small values like 25 or 35. Let's try 55. So I'm just gonna leave it at 25 because otherwise it will be too strong, and I'm gonna come back and focus on some other pieces. So the next thing I want to do is I want to open the other texture that we have, which is this one, the straps. And now I want to use this and make it a little bit tileable for one of the areas of the legs and the arms. So I'm gonna cut this, and in here I'm gonna come down where is this area, which is the arm itself, and have to move this underneath anything again, all the way down here. It probably should be on top of the course like this. So I can scale this now. Actually, I can convert it to convert smart objects, so this way when I scale down this, it will not get destroyed. And I want to make sure that this fits the other pieces as well. So I can duplicate this and flip it vertical, move it down, and just slightly match it up. So now I can duplicate this one more time, and try to match it, just like this. So now if I check it, instead of, actually I'm gonna do the same thing up there. I'm gonna merge those layers and duplicate. Since it's kind of the same size, just it's a little bit smaller, I can lower the opacity so I can see how to fit it. And the best thing I can do now is I'll turn on my wireframe just to find it. It's usually good to put names on things, but since I haven't, okay, so here it is. You can try to match it, just like this, and increase the opacity of it, and go down, make sure the other piece fits anything like it's okay. So I can actually name this before we continue and call this UVs. I'm gonna save the PSD just in case. I'm gonna out zoom and select all the colors and come here and just quickly fit this. I'm gonna flatten it and save it, and we're gonna quickly take a look how it's looking. So we're starting to have some variations. We have the gray area of the metal. We have this kind of yellow pieces that represent the arm, which I like. So just to have a little bit better feeling of this, I just gonna go to the materials and use specularity, and gonna turn on the Fresnel and reduce the sharpness and reduce a little bit the intensity, just to have this kind of a metal feeling. Later on we're gonna add some textures, which are going to be the specularity for this, but for the moment this will do. So I'm gonna go back in Photoshop and take a look at this. So you can notice that we have a lot of textures right now, and from time to time it's good to group things. So I'm just gonna create a folder for the moment and select anything we have in this area and drag it in and call this group 1. So I can move on stages and change things, because right now on the entire group I want to apply a texture. So I want to go and open this texture and I want to cut it. I want to paste it inside of the file. So I'll quickly just drag this on the top in this area, and actually let's drag it on top of anything and make a few copies of it. Doesn't matter how it is, just gonna erase some areas quickly and duplicate one more time. So for the moment I'm gonna leave it like this, and in our next chapter we're gonna continue on and move to adding a little bit more detail and fixing some of those textures for the robot.